Welcome. What's up, John? Oh, yeah. What's up, Robert? All right. Sorry, intro music. What's up, Michael? I'll leave it in the background while I bring everybody on. Our esteemed panel. We can't make Marilyn laugh. Just reminder. Marilyn cannot laugh. She's trying hard backstage not to laugh. Okay. Let's bring him on. He was on last time. Let's bring him on first this time. Brian O'Halloran.
What's up, everybody?
That's my dog. He's barking. You digging the music, Brian?
I am, man. It's very excellent.
Tank likes it. Marilyn, there's a lot going on. Marilyn, you're laughing.
Oh God, it's hurt and it hurts. It hurts.
It hurts. Okay, Marilyn, wish her the best, people. Sun Khamunaki.
Hello, my most distinguished colleagues.
How are you?
Pretty good. How are you?
Colleagues. I like it.
We're getting to the. We're slowing it down for Krystle Starr.
What's up?
What's up?
Strange things afoot on the Zenescope podcast.
That song's harder to find than you'd think. Welcome, everyone.
Is this it?
That's it tonight. Pat can't join us. Chris has left us.
Chris
He's watching. He's watching, giving Bill and Ted's a 5.5 right now.
Hell yeah.
So welcome. Thanks for joining us, everybody. We're just waiting for more people to join us. Everybody did their homework, I'm assuming. Yes?
Yep.
Of course.
You have a logo over your head. And I want to
do.
move that. Boom.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You are welcome.
What's up, Sir John?
Sir John's in the house. And that's it. So it's just a small panel tonight. And I hate to tell you this ahead of time, but I don't have the Zebescope chart queued up. You know, things fall apart.
This is why you need Chris. Oh my God. I can't handle.
I've been busy.
I'm texting him that Ralph.
And here it is. I brought even a friend in, Scott Schiaffo, really dumb guy, secretly stalking from behind. Get in the frame this side there, buddy. Yeah, there you go. But where are we going? Am I going this way? Are you going that way? Party on, dudes. I said if there was someone who could relate, it's totally Scott Schiaffo.
Totally.
Nice
Now
being
we
here.
know who's the man behind the man. So no Zebescope chart, but I'll have it back next month. Give me a month to put together the Zebescope chart. Okay.
Hey, Smitty.
This week's homework was Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. This is going to keep happening. I'm sorry.
Is he giving it 5 barks?
He's like 7 barks. It's a lot of barks. Two seemingly dumb teens set off on a quest to prepare the ultimate historical presentation with the help of a time machine. This is going to be a problem, guys. Let's
We'll take over from here.
It's almost as if you have instead of
move my dog.
Instead of a American Sign Language interpreter, you have dog-friendly interpretation right now.
I need. I should have him in the corner.
Yeah, a small little window.
So, what was everybody's impression? Let me ask you this. I'm assuming I don't want to make assumptions. You know what they say, but I'm assuming everybody has seen this before.
Yes.
Son, have you seen this?
Son, okay.
Once last year. It was my first time last year. Yes. And I can't
Oh,
believe
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a first.
That's interesting. Did you rewatch it this time, or did you not have to?
Well, I rewatched it, and now I'm probably gonna watch it like at least twice a year because it's so awesome.
Initial thoughts on if it holds up. I mean, I don't know how long it's been since you guys have seen it. I also saw it a year ago. I watched it on Thanksgiving last year, out of the blue.
I don't recall like the last time that I actually had seen it. I know it's probably been quite a few years though, but definitely holds up. Um, and the strange thing, even though it's not something that came to mind before, like with watching all the stuff that we've watched, because once you get into acting, you kind of watch movies differently. And even when I got into the hair and makeup business side of the entertainment business, it's like I started watching movies and TV shows very differently, and it's like I had to find that happy medium of watching. And so it was going to be interesting to watch Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure with a different mindset of going in there and really reviewing it and stuff like that. And was it going to be different for me from when I initially watched it? And I don't think it did. I immediately was chuckling and laughing here and there, and so it definitely holds up.
I agree. Anyone else want to comment on that?
I haven't seen it fully since probably 92, 93. You got to think of the time of when it came out, 89, 81, the movie Time Bandits came out, 85, Back to the Future came out. So obviously kind of like, let's do this time traveling kind of movie genre thing. It obviously works. Doctor Who is starting to get more popular here in America. So I think this was a mashup of a lot of like, we need a Hollywood type of time travel thing, but let's make it so that kids could watch it. And unfortunately, the English language took a horrible assault on it when kids started speaking like Bill and Ted and Valley Girls out in California and stuff like that. So, I mean, I graduated in 87. This movie is 89 and they're high school students. So they're not far from where my peers in high school would have been. And I just remember back then it was fun. It was kind of like how Wayne's World, which is so derivative of what this movie was. Like literally, they should have been like, yo, lawsuit. Like if this was like if Wayne World was a rap song, they would have been sued for copyright infringement for Bill and Ted. Am I right?
Yeah, it's super similar when you think about it.
So when you think about it, like the whole like swing and the whole air guitar thing.
Well, this was also born from an improv class as well. I mean, obviously that.
So was the script apparently because it was so disjointed.
What? No. All
right. Someone had their mushroom tea while watching this.
Yeah, we did, and we first off, the movie's an American treasure. Just gonna throw
absolutely.
It out there. And
so, just so you know, so are truck pulls, but just so you know.
Yeah. So the writers apparently had never seen Doctor Who, which is interesting because they used the telephone booth, and they originally, I guess, had the like in the original script because it was so close to Back to the Future. They didn't want to use a car. They had like a rock band like van, and they just didn't. Yeah, you're right. There was so much time travel stuff that came out like boom, 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 boom. So I love the telephone booth, and I think it fits so well.
Absolutely, a fantastic device. I mean, it's not as roomy as the police call box from Doctor Who, where you walk in and it's like a 7-story interior apartment in Manhattan. But I liked it. To be honest with you, not enough George Carlin. Huge George Carlin fan.
Well, and he was cast. I didn't learn till last night when I was researching. He wasn't cast till late. Like they were already doing some shooting, and then he shot all his parts late.
Yeah.
Because they went out to a bunch of people. I had it written down. I know they were trying to get Sean Connery at one point, and then they went out to Ringo Starr and Eddie Van Halen as well.
Well, Eddie Van Halen they bring up in the script, so that would have been a good choice.
A lot, yeah.
And as far as Sean Connery, he had his time travel movie called Highlander.
That's right.
So
he did. Yeah. So does anybody know the original title? Anyone?
Bill, Ted, and Bob.
Yes. Krystle wins the point. Bill, Ted, and Bob.
Yeah. Apparently, Bob was also in the improv class, and he just like really didn't care about it as much as the other two. So they're like, you know what, Bob, you're out of here. I bet he regrets that now.
I want to hear more about the improv class. Was this the writer was in the improv class, or was
Yeah, I think the
Keanu?
writer.
Both the writers were
the
in
writers.
the improv class,
Oh.
and I guess the assignment was two 14-year-olds giving a history lesson, not knowing anything about history, and the dad keeps yelling at them to turn down their music. So like that was the birth.
That's a movie I'd love to see. Because that wasn't what I watched last night.
Wow, is this
Is there
foreshadowing?
a tape of that improv class? I'd like to see that.
I think
Wow, I'm
Brian's,
nervous for
Zebescope
Brian's
rating.
like rating on this.
Brian's Zebescope rating could be low.
I sat there. Look, first of all, I watched it super late last night, unfortunately. And so as I'm watching it, I was like, all right, George Carlin's coming back, right? Because I couldn't remember when I first saw the movie, you're with friends, you're in your early teens, not really paying attention. But this time I was paying attention because we're going to talk about the elements of it. And I was like, George Carlin comes back, right? There's more George Carlin eventually, right? Because this is kind of getting boring. Like, it was funny when Socrates is the funniest thing I see on the screen. I'm like, all right, now Socrates, that guy got some chops.
You mean Socrates?
So great.
Oh, great.
Socrates was good.
Amazing.
I had a picture of Socrates somewhere.
Yeah, Carlin's character literally telegraphs that you guys are on your own now, like he's bailing. It's one of his lines. He says, you're on your own now.
I think it's because they filmed so much of the movie previously
Right.
without him. So that was an easy Hollywood fix.
It was too bad because I would have loved to have seen Rufus along with this journey with like commentary about the craziness that was going on. Like, even if he wasn't involved in, say, the kidnapping of some of these historical figures, but like waiting back at the phone going, come on. And then, everybody's crammed into the booth, and some witty Carlinism would have been awesome.
Is he more in the second film? Like he's
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
I didn't go past the first film in general.
Yeah,
But
no, I watched all three this week. Yeah, he is. I don't think he's in all that much more the second one than he is in the first. I think again, it's sprinkles, mostly in the beginning.
Have any of you guys seen the third one?
Yes.
Oh no, he was gone for a while when the
Right.
third one is very recent, really.
Yeah.
The
Third
third
one was
one,
not-
the
the
third
third
one
one
I
was
watched
pretty
last night, and honestly, watching the third one, the Bill and Ted Face the Music. Brian, have you not heard of that one?
No, I know they made it. I just had no interest in seeing it. How was it?
It was so bad. Like, it almost pulled the rating down for this one because it was so bad.
Yeah.
Wow, look, poor Robert. He's like, I wish I hadn't seen the third.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that
Yeah.
sentiment doesn't happen next summer with Clerks 3.
Luckily, we're not rating the third.
Don't let that third ruin everybody else's third.
No, yeah, this third should not have been made for sure.
I like when they were in prison though. Like that part was funny.
The
When
what?
they were,
I
they were wearing those
did laugh.
muscle suits.
I did laugh at that.
That was
No,
awesome.
that was just 3D faces composed onto other bodies.
Oh, was it? It was like a deep fake.
Yeah, with the Keanu Reeves' daughter in that movie, like, killed that entire film for me.
Are we
100%.
still talking the third one?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, sorry, we'll jump back to the first one, but the third one is terrible.
Atypical.
And back to this one.
Atypical, which is it's a really good show, but she was not good in that.
Hey, what up, Samson?
I want to talk about the posters in their bedrooms. I don't know if you guys caught on to it, but in one of their rooms there's a Godzilla poster, and in their other room there's a King Kong poster, which I thought was just excellent, just because they're best friends and, like, their love for King Kong and Godzilla and other movies. It was really good. And they had a lot of Star Trek stuff in their rooms. Did anyone catch that?
Did?
No.
No.
Yeah, they had the Bird of Prey ship in there, which I was like,
Yeah, Rufus was originally supposed to have a dog named Dog Rufus.
Dog Rufus. That would have been
That's a movie I'd see.
That's a good movie.
Rufus, dog Rufus. There we go.
Another fun fact is Hitler was in the first draft of the script.
Yo, what up, Chris? We miss you.
I think they made a good choice by swapping Hitler out for Napoleon.
Yeah.
Well, from what I heard, the Hitler character just kept stepping in front of the French scenes, and they were like, "Hey, stop invading these scenes," and they just had to let him go.
Oh, bump.
What? Too soon? Is that too soon of a joke?
Too soon for Hitler jokes. My dog is now. Sorry, my dog's attacking me. Okay, get a good spot, and my thing's down.
All going to pieces. This show's gone to the dogs.
Over. I'll see you guys later.
I also heard that Pauly Shore really wanted to be cast as Ted in this film.
He auditioned, yeah.
Well, and Keanu and Alex, they auditioned for the opposite roles as well.
Yep.
Which was interesting.
Yeah. They literally went to the wrong wardrobe the first day, and that's when they found out. Like they didn't know until literally wardrobe that they would.
Oh wow!
So
how would you learn your lines? I don't get
that. Yeah, that's
a lot of
improv. That explains a lot.
I saw some extra features. I saw some extra features on the Plex because they give you the extras, and they were saying that during casting, they had a number of paired up people, and Keanu and Alex were paired up, and that they would go off in the corner and still work on their stuff like they were really becoming the characters according to these extra features, and like it was straight away very obvious that they were going to be the two that were going to get it. But again, I don't know if that's just here if it's hearsay from the extra features now, or it was really true. I'm sure it was.
Yeah, no, I had read that too. They bonded right away.
Yeah, apparently Pauly Shore hosted the Bill and Ted's Bogus premiere party for MTV, like, you know, in 91?
When MTV actually played videos. I got you.
And he cornered Keanu Reeves and like was really weird about how he got the part and he didn't. So apparently Keanu Reeves was like really weirded out about it, and then they like went on stage to do this like deal, and Keanu was just like, Pauly Shore is really weird, which is not surprising at all.
Right?
Just a little bitter.
Yeah, just a wee bit. He seems kind of bitter. I've seen him in person do like a live show, and
Pauly Shore.
Yeah,
he's a nice guy. I met him a couple times.
Yeah, he was nice to me, but he also wanted my number.
Not shocking. Did you guys also know that ZZ Top was considered for the 3 most important people in the world?
That would have been awesome.
I could have seen that.
Not considered. They actually wanted ZZ Top, but there was a conflict.
Oh, that's a shame.
So
I knew that the gentleman in the center was the saxophonist, right? For Springsteen, wasn't that him?
Oh, was it?
Is that Clarence Clemens?
Is that Clarence Clemens?
I didn't even know.
If he is, he's really made up and doing a good job. I couldn't tell though, but a 1988 Clarence, I might not be able to really recognize either.
You know,
but,
it's funny
I don't know.
That's who he looked like.
He looked familiar to me, but I didn't know why.
It is Clarence Clemens.
Yeah.
Wow.
For the win.
Wow.
Wow. Good pull. Okay.
Wow, I'm really surprised by that. That's awesome.
Because it was either that or it was my other guess would have been Marshik Taylor, the guy from Designing Women.
Right.
Oh, okay, I see that.
I know the 2 below the screen are like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Designing Women, is that the new Gucci film? No.
Showing our age.
I find it to have knowledge of the TV history alluring.
I'm assuming nobody saw the cartoon.
The animated series?
No.
It's so much like Clerks, dude.
Oh, really?
No, I'm just saying like the animated
series. Did they do the original voices, or did they find someone to do?
Yeah, they
Season one, they all of them. Bill, Ted, and George Carlin did the voice.
Wow.
Winner.
Yeah, I actually just found out about those.
How many episodes?
They had two
There was
seasons.
two seasons, I think.
Wow.
But the second season got recast. They recast the voice actors, and then they did a TV show, which was a live action with the voice actors from the second season, and apparently it was horrible, like really bad. I never saw it.
Never heard of that either.
So, yeah. And
Wow, I don't remember.
let's
Animated
talk.
show. Cool.
Let's talk favorite quotes, because there's a few good quotes here.
Oh my God, there's like a billion.
I feel like this is where this movie shined.
100%.
Totally.
100%.
Totally.
I think of my first laugh out loud moment was when he said, "Who's Joan of Arc?" and he goes, "Noah's wife." I don't know why that's so funny.
That was a good one.
So dumb.
I mean, there was tons of those one-liners that were just
that are actually kind of funny. When he goes, "Excuse me, when did the Mongols rule China?"
I don't know. I just work here.
Yeah, that lady's amazing.
Any favorite lines you guys had?
I honestly don't have any favorite lines. I mean, because there are so many on there, but I like watching it. I felt it's like, all right, the smarter of the two is actually Bill, because it's like the things that he says most heinously, most egregiously, I can't even say it.
Egregiously,
yeah, and like all those things
Right.
that he said, it's like, where is he learning all these words?
Yeah, it's a really awesome vocabulary.
I kind of like that that was like it was funny how they did that.
Right.
Yeah.
I loved it. So I loved the say hello to the princesses for us, which, by the way, yeah, there we go. Robert knows what's up. The princesses were recast in every single
Yeah,
film.
because
It
Diane
was
Frankel was one of the main princesses in the first one, and she worked a lot in the late 80s. She was in a lot of teen comedies, and then I noticed she wasn't in the second, and of course the third.
And they recast him in the third too. I was like, no break for these poor women. But these are historical babes. I like that line a lot.
that was a funny one.
When they did the heavy metal, like when they're in the metal, that one laughed really hard for me.
Put them in the Iron Maiden. Excellent.
Yeah. I also go ahead.
Socrates is my favorite.
Okay.
Socrates.
What about you killed Ted? You killed Ted, you medieval dickweed.
You did.
Yeah, I
That's right
love
now.
that.
Mine too.
That's my second
Evil dickweed.
I haven't heard the phrase dickweed in I don't know how long. I literally did laugh.
So
When I
hard.
heard dickweed, I was like, oh my God, dickweed.
Yeah, let's bring it back.
Dickweed
Totally
was
bring it
big.
back.
Dickweed was big in the 90s, I feel like.
I love when they were talking to Socrates
80s.
and they said true wisdom is knowing you know nothing. And he's like, that's us. And I was like, yes. I remember saying that a lot as a kid. Like my best friend and I used to quote this a lot. In fact, I had the Bill and Ted poster, the Excellent Adventure poster, right next to my Evil Dead poster. So that was the first thing I woke up to was Keanu Reeves and Bruce Campbell. So
By the way, big props to the Sid Vicious shirt. That's awesome.
Thank you.
For someone who did not know designing women, but still has a Sid Vicious shirt. That's a good,
Dude,
it's a good look.
I've had this shirt since I was 14.
Right on.
I'm very old now, but yeah.
Like a Kardashian wearing a Slayer shirt. I'm just kidding. Okay, so my favorite is All We Are Is Dust in the Wind, dude.
Yes.
I literally will say that quote like since the last year when I saw it, I'll say it pretty often.
I forgot about that.
I don't know if it's a way to like help with anxiety or what, but it helps a bit.
Yeah, I love how profound that quote was for them. So
Any other favorite quotes? Anyone?
God, there were really just so many.
Just a lot, yeah.
Like literally all of their responses were just like quotes. They weren't like actual dialogue.
Right.
It was always just like comments of what
Yeah.
they had seen or what they saw or what they're about to do. Was pretty much them setting themselves up with quotes.
Oh,
So,
100%. Eat the pig.
what
Eat
about-
the pig. Ziggy, ziggy, pig.
I felt like I'm kind of in Brian's corner, like talking about just the structure. I feel like there was a lot of like they needed to fill a lot of space. So it's like, what do we do with them now that we collected all these historical figures? Then they're like, oh, we have to have a mall scene where they go to the mall.
I love that.
Then
I
they
love
had, they had to
As
find.
someone who's been in a mall movie in the 90s,
Yeah.
I saw a lot of that kind of thing. Like, wow, I didn't realize how many movies took place in a mall. There was like, there's the big action film by Arnold Schwarzenegger in the mall. Like tons of movies. Like, holy crap, we have a lot of malls in our movies in the 90s and 80s.
We don't have any
Even
more
not
malls
that long
left.
ago, Paul Blart, right? Wasn't
Mall
that Mall
Cop,
Cop?
yeah, right.
And then there's the
Mall
Seth
Cop.
Rogen film, I think, is very underrated, where he plays a mall security guy. Observing Report. It's
Dark.
very dark. It's a very dark comedy.
And
I
now,
thought it was really
now
good.
today, malls are dead.
They are.
Actually, had a con in a mall in Bangor, Maine, just a couple of weeks ago. That's how much space has been empty in a mall.
Yeah, that's
Wow. Really? A mall?
True.
comedy?
Yeah, we were literally, I think, in an old Foot Locker or something
Oh,
store, and other stores were different vendors and stuff. So yeah, the brick and mortars are getting tougher and tougher. They're being taken over by. It's funny enough, they're being taken over by like healthcare facilities.
That's-
So you shop until you drop, apparently.
That's because people are living longer.
Yeah, true.
Any favorite scenes
God, all of them.
Two.
that stick out?
And for me, it's the mall scene, but it's also when they're delivering their
The report, the finale.
thank you. Yes.
Yeah, the finale was definitely the high point of the movie for me.
Well, did you know that was reshot?
No.
Listen, at this point, it sounds like every scene was a scene onto itself, and then someone just took the editing and threw it together.
The original was in a classroom with like 12 people, and they were like, it was so anticlimactic that they had to reshoot. They just decided to reshoot it because it was so
Okay,
bad.
I was thinking that. I was like, did anyone ever have to really present like a
No, like in
history
the
like
auditorium?
on this like stage? I never had to do that.
Makes no
Yeah, this-
sense.
Yeah, it was like, I don't know if you guys remember this, but it was like a school assembly.
Yeah,
That's what-
it was like the talent show
Right.
at the end of the year that everybody wants to come out.
Parents would be at a history thing. Like, it makes no sense.
I did catch myself being super nerdy, going like, when did they have time to adjust all these lights and stuff? And then like, oh, they probably took them to the time machine, went ahead, adjusted all the lights, so it'd be ready that when they do have the show, it's all ready for them. Like that's how nerdy time looping math I did.
So talking about
Yeah.
that, this movie actually does like a really good job of time travel and using it properly, like hiding the key so where they would already have it. Like that's something in
Yeah,
other
the fact
time
that they
travel movies.
figured that all
Why
out.
don't they just do that? Like, although the
Yeah.
trash can, I'm like, all right, now you can make things levitate.
Yeah, how did the trash can fall? Right off? That made no sense.
No,
Like-
no sense.
Like there's a few holes. There's a few holes here and there, but but it's still
Literally. There's a few
Well,
wormholes.
one of my favorite holes was the porta potty scene for sure.
Oh,
I loved that scene so much.
It's so funny that you called it a porta potty as opposed to an outhouse.
So yes, outhouse.
Adorable. They had porta potties back in the West.
Back in the old
No,
days.
it was called an outhouse, honey. It was a permanent structure.
That was luxury.
That was like
They were
Literally,
not
you said
permanent.
porta potty, and then it hit me that you meant outhouse.
Yeah, they weren't permanent. They were made to be moved.
well, once you would move them, fill the hole up with dirt, and then dig another hole to crap in.
Dude, that's insane. I'm so thankful we have indoor plumbing.
Josh likes a bowling scene.
The bowling scene. Okay,
Bowling scene.
so one of my favorite scenes, I have a ton, but one that I like laughed like a gut wrenching laugh was when Socrates calls Freud a geek. I don't know why, but that one got me so good because I like do not.
Is that when he tries to? They're trying to pick up the girl.
Yeah, they're at the mall, and Joan
Yeah.
of Arc like loves the jazzercise. I absolutely love that scene as well, and that actress is so beautiful.
Actress. Hello, that's Jane Wyman from the Go-Go's.
That's one of the Go-Go's.
That's one of the Go-Go's who
Go-Go.
like left. Who was the first one to leave the actual group? She was phenomenal.
Okay, because I was watching this with Twitch, and I was like, "Who is she, you guys?" Like, I have seen her before, and apparently
Right,
she did some
right.
Star Trek episodes and the Star Trek movie.
It reminded
and
me
she
of
was in-
Winona
Yeah,
Ryder.
Jane. There's a great documentary about the Go-Go's that it's
Yep.
on HBO or Showtime. You can go and find it, and it's an amazing literally like 2 years ago. A great documentary about the Go-Go's, and she was wonderful. And she was recently finally diagnosed with bipolar and stuff, but she struggled with a lot of things. But for the most part, she was like 1/3 of writing all the songs.
Dude,
Wow.
she
I
was.
didn't know that.
I loved seeing her in this film.
She was good.
Yeah, she was awesome.
This
Yeah.
was my favorite friendship is between Billy the Kid and Socrates. There's a scene where they're picking up girls at the mall together, and then when they first get to medieval London,
Yeah.
they're playing catch with a football in the background of this one scene. And it's-
Right, the Nerf. It was like a red Nerf football. I was like, did someone from the crew not take that football out of the scene?
I don't know where they got it from. Like, where do they get it? Does anybody?
Well, they also had the most time together. They were the first two to get nabbed, so they
Yeah.
spent the most time to develop
They
that.
spend the most-
That's in my logical script writing
It's
mind.
also interesting that they all just went along with this, like not at all upset that they're in the phone booth.
Well,
Right.
Napoleon kind of got blown up into it,
He did.
right? Didn't the
Yes.
cannon go off,
Yeah.
and he definitely went against his will.
I like Napoleon. Let's talk about our
He
favorite.
was probably the best actor
Who's
in
our
this
favorite?
entire film.
He did have a lot of good stuff.
He really like him coaching like the little girl to go down the slide. I
He was
love to see
arguing
his water
because he
park.
wanted to go first.
I
It was like an
couldn't tell.
argument
I
he was
couldn't.
having with her.
Yeah, he was trying to get in front of her, I think.
Okay,
Yeah.
that makes more sense.
I don't know.
Well,
By
no,
the way,
there was two
Yeah.
like that.
Does he
You-
go down? Then later he goes down with her or something.
Yeah.
Well, I think he became overzealous with the whole water park. He went nuts with it.
Yeah.
Well, he also
And-
was eating the ice cream sundae with the girl, and he like hits her.
That
Sundae.
massive ice cream
Alex is
sundae.
super competitive.
America.
Who would finish that here? I would never be able to finish
I
Never.
would
that.
carry one girl up the
Talk
stairs.
about a brain
I
freeze.
can't eat. Yeah. He carried one little girl up the stairs.
So,
Yes.
who was your favorite historical character?
Napoleon.
Probably-
I don't know, man. Genghis Khan was kind of badass.
Oh my god, I love when they're like, security, we've got a live one here.
Well,
I love that they
he's
lured him.
he's a very well-known martial artist back in the 80s. He was part of Hans Gruber's group from Die Hard. He's been in Lethal Weapon. He was one of the guys who was electrocuting Mel Gibson with the battery jumper cables.
Oh, yeah.
Like he was always like a regular. You need
Right.
a evil badass Asian guy. He was the guy they called.
Yeah.
Huh.
And so he was one of my favorites, just because all of his acting had no dialogue whatsoever.
A lot of them did it. Yeah,
Can you
a lot of
name-
that. Jane Wieldon's character doesn't say anything ever.
For the most part, yeah.
I like Freud just because I'm a Freud fan.
Okay, can we name all of the historical people they brought back?
Billy the Kid. Lincoln.
Socrates.
Who was Billy the
Okay.
Kid played by? I don't even.
Billy the Kid.
Beethoven.
Beethoven.
Genghis Khan.
Oh,
Joan of
Beethoven.
Arc.
Beethoven.
Beethoven.
And
Are we missing?
did you get Freud?
Said Freud. We said Genghis Khan. I think that's it.
That's it? 7?
I think that's it.
Okay.
Well, Hitler, but he was cut out.
Oh, Napoleon.
No,
You're
Napoleon.
seven.
Yes.
Oh, 8. Okay.
At one point, I'm thinking to myself, how are they fitting all those people in the
Played Billy.
phone? booth?
Really? You're putting logic in this film? Really?
Of course. But on that note, there is a world record of 25 people in a phone booth done in 1959 in South Africa.
Are these tiny humans?
So I'm
Lincoln.
like-
You guys forgot Abraham Lincoln. Sorry.
No, that was
No,
our
we
first
did.
one.
We got Lincoln. I
We
said
got
Lincoln.
My bad.
Did we mention
They
the
fit
German
25 people. They called the phone booth something like a box of hell or something like that.
Yeah, something like that.
It smelled so bad. And it was cramped as hell.
Now I don't know, but look, it's like I know liberties are taken, but isn't Genghis Khan like wasn't he big? Or is he just played big in all the other movies and stuff like that? Because this guy was tiny.
That thought did cross my mind when I was watching it.
I mean,
I don't
big back
know.
then was probably
I never
5'8".
met him.
No, but in
One of
all
your
movies.
ancestors probably did.
Google. Yeah,
So that's one thing that kind of crossed my mind.
I feel like 5'8" was big back in that time period.
But not big doesn't necessarily mean tall, though.
Big personality.
That's true. I think another line I really liked when they were like, they're like, yes, it's us. Who are we? Like, I don't know. I feel like Keanu Reeves just this role was made for him, or he was made for this role. Like, it's just such a. Honestly, this is why I couldn't take him seriously for years in other films.
Oh yeah, this totally pigeonholed him.
Big time. Like he recently just crawled out of that hole.
I don't know, Point Break and Speed. Both.
The Matrix.
I mean, but the Point Break and Speed were not that far after this.
You know, Speed is kind of what took him out of that whole Ted,
character
pigeonhole. Yeah.
So I think I saw the Matrix first, because I don't think I saw Bill and Ted until like high school, honestly, or at least junior high. And I'm pretty sure I saw the Matrix in like elementary school. So I think the first time I watched Bill and Ted, I didn't realize that was the same actor.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
So it was really weird for me to like comprehend that was the Matrix guy in Bill and Ted. So Google has Genghis Khan. There were reports to say that he was tall. Everything was saying that he was tall. Some say between the height of, this is a wide range, but from 5 foot to 6'2". So
5 foot to 6'2".
Yeah, so I'm going to go with 5'7", just to split it.
Average
between a little person and a tall human.
But historical records always mention tall. He was tall. So
Matt says Genghis Khan was 5'10".
Mark has a good question. Let's go. Let's add, if you had a report and you needed historical figures, who would you get?
Keanu Reeves and Ken Burns.
I would probably get Jesus.
That's.
I like to pick Jesus.
Jesus.
Same.
Right.
So Jesus is actually in the third film.
I'd like to know a few things about Jesus.
Yeah.
The third film sucks so bad. Like,
but listen, I didn't get through the third. I've watched all of them this week a few times, and I never got through the third.
Dude, the third one was seriously bad. It was bad.
You dodged the bullet, buddy.
Not dwell on the third one. The third one's not part of this.
So, but here's the thing, though. If you go get Jesus and bring him back, you are initiating the end of days.
Oh, shit.
If you go by their book.
Got to do what you got.
As someone wearing a cross with
I'm like their book.
Scribed. You go by their book. You bringing them back starts the end of everything, apparently.
Okay, so why don't we go through? Everybody name 5 people that we would.
Five.
No.
Just give us one.
Okay, we'll just go through one. I would love to. Do they have to be musical? Is that like a thing, or is it just historical?
Just historical.
Sorry, I just watched the music one last night, so they did all musical historical people.
Bring back whoever you want. It's your time machine.
Krystle, name anybody you want. Anyone you want.
Oh man.
It's your typical, hey, if you had a time machine, what would you go do?
I would bring back Chris Farley, but he's not historical at all.
What the hell are you talking about? Of course he's historical.
Yes.
Who? Chris
to
Farley.
us. And Robin Williams.
Still.
Like those two are.
Robin Williams, I don't know if he's historical.
Oh my god, you'd be pissed.
Oh.
Like that, dude.
I can't even. Never mind. I know. Who to bring back, or who would you want to do research on? That's
There's
a
lot of
really
interesting
good
people.
question.
It depends on who you
Maybe
dig.
FDR.
Okay.
FDR, maybe FDR.
Okay.
Okay, mine's FDR.
I'm sticking
I'll-
with Jesus.
I'll go
I have a lot of
Cleopatra.
questions for Jesus.
All right, who'd you say, son?
Cleopatra.
I love it.
Ooh, good
I love it.
choice.
Of course you would. That's amazing.
Well, why not? She was a bad bitch.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, my initial was Ella Fitzgerald, but then I was like, I think I would have more fun with Ella Fitzgerald than FDR.
Anyone else?
A lot more fun.
I'm
I
gonna
don't
stick-
know. Gosh, there's just
Adrian
You're
was
all
right.
about the music. You
No.
well, music, yeah, but also too.
It's
I mean,
really
like Edgar
reaching
Allan
back
Poe.
into history.
Poe was an interesting cat.
Edgar Allan Poe. That's a good choice.
So,
Wonder
Yeah,
what he would
Poe.
think of today's horrors.
you find out like Poe, like what he was like, some creepy things he was into, marrying his underage cousin and such.
Yeah, there's a lot of odd mystique surrounding Poe. That's for sure.
But he was.
What was the lady who wrote Frankenstein? What was her name?
Shelley.
Shelley,
You guys are
Mary
like
Shelley.
naming some a lot of musicians being named here. David Bowie, Freddie Mercury,
I'm sorry, that's my fault.
Beethoven was brought back in Bill and Ted.
Prince.
Same name. William Shakespeare. That would be interesting.
Ooh,
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Nice pull.
I've seen enough Star Trek. I feel like I've met William Shakespeare like 3 times.
Yeah.
Wait. Are you saying this because Patrick Stewart was in a lot of Shakespeare? Is that the correlation?
No.
Just for once, watch Shakespeare in
They
Love.
have William Shakespeare like come a lot, especially in Voyager. She like talks to William Shakespeare all the time.
Okay, so moving on.
What? I'm scared.
Moving
Oh
on.
my God, that's so hilarious.
Yeah,
I learned my Shakespeare from Star Trek.
I feel like I met Shakespeare.
Oh my
I
God.
feel like I have though.
If anybody's ever seen a perfect Shakespearean piece, it's Trouble with Tribbles.
Brian, you forget I'm from Texas, so we didn't learn that in school.
You're lucky y'all schools teach anything.
That's so true.
They're making laws to teach you not to teach you things.
I know.
So,
know.
bloopers, you guys feel
So there's no
Any bloopers?
No Shakespeare in Texas.
bloopers.
Oh, we did to clear that up. We did.
There's no Shakespeare. There's Steak and Shake. That's the only shake they got down there.
For real though. For real. What was the question?
I have to pull Krystle off.
Too much of that mushroom tea.
Get enough mushroom tea. Any bloopers? Anything you hated about the movie?
Wait, what do you mean bloopers? Was there like a blooper section that
No,
I
it's just a question we have. Bloopers.
What do you
Anything-
mean?
Anything you saw that was wrong? Any
Oh.
Who was in the movie?
Oh.
Apparently
Jesus.
Brian the entire film.
Jesus. No, I mean, that's not.
anything you
entirely.
disliked?
Marilyn, didn't you say you saw a certain hole?
No. It's there were holes here and there, and unfortunately, I didn't write them down. So it's like because I'm not fully myself. But there were a few holes here and there.
Vincent Van Gogh would have been good. I think the hole that bothered me the most was the flying trash can. Like,
That bothers me too.
yeah, like I don't know why.
Where
That
did it come
bothered
from?
me.
Who drops it? How does it get there? It
It's
doesn't
just
make any sense.
like
What do you
levitating.
think of the plan of taping themselves ahead of time to get their dad to go over to that corner of this police station?
I
I
mean,
thought it was hilarious.
it was
It's so
stupid,
dumb.
but
So dumb. But you
The
have to
whole-
be,
the
like,
whole segment was a little bit.
so for me, this film was a part of my life when I was like 14, 15, 16 years old. And my best friend and I were like female versions of the main characters to a degree. We were a little smarter. I don't know how much, but a little smarter. And but we used to talk back and forth like with these quotes all the time.
So then when Wayne's World came out, did you guys latch onto that just as easily?
So first off, Wayne's World was already out by the time we had seen this film.
Right.
So, and I honestly don't remember which film I saw first.
Okay.
I think I want to say I saw Wayne's World first. And And so when I got my hands on Bill and Ted from a Blockbuster, I was just like, oh my God, what is this? And Keanu Reeves, like as Ted, was the biggest crush for me. Like since Peter Pan for me, honestly. Like he was just so cute and dumb. Like I wanted a cute dumb boy so bad.
And then you had and then what was great was that Mike Judge then brings in, Beavis and Butthead, that animated series, which was like the poor metal kid kind of, Bill and Ted just commenting.
So about that, Bill and Ted originally were supposed to be like super nerdy. That's why if you look at their bedrooms, they were designed for the original script, which that's why they had like Star Trek stuff and King Kong and this. If you look at their rooms and like really piece it apart, they even made a fake Enterprise out of the lampshade and a banana. Like for a few seconds, but I was like, yes.
In the first movie or in the second one?
The first film.
Because I didn't
the first
know.
film.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, it's really fast when they're in their bedroom. So they had originally kind of wanted to be like these super ultra nerdy kids, and they had a whole scene that they cut from the film completely where they Bill and Ted walked past some of their peers and they're like making fun of them for being nerds. But when they were thinking about filming it, Keanu Reeves and Alex
Winters.
They were just too damn cool. They were like too cool to be like that. And that's why the second film, they went more into like that heavy kind of like that metal feeling with Hell, because they wanted more Beavis and Butthead style. What year did Beavis and Butthead come out?
I don't know.
80s.
People in chat.
To the Google.
But yeah,
there's nothing to say that they couldn't have been into that stuff and then they changed, because we all change as we grow anyway. You know what I'm saying?
A little bit. I'm still that person with the toy room, so I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that next chapter. 1993. Thank you, Robert. So yeah, Beavis and Butthead literally came out the year after the quote unquote metal version of Bill and Ted, which is interesting. And I think they even wear. Sorry, that's like COVID. They gain weight, doesn't button anymore, but they wear the little vestie, right? What doesn't one of them wear the vestie?
Cornholio.
Need TV for my bongo.
Okay, we've come to the point to talk about the Zeboscope.
It's a 5.
Yeah, she's the most generous of all the Raiders.
Yeah, now that we've
we've lost Chris, who was the other heavy-handed 5 giver.
It was like 5s for everything.
Yeah, but this one held up.
You gave
Beethoven beef oven.
You're giving it 5. I have to write it down this time.
Come on, Beethoven.
So I can update the chart. You gave this a 5. What did you give Fright Night?
Not a 5.
Do you remember?
Yeah, not a 5.
Not a 5.
Nope. I think I gave it like a 3 or a 2.
You gave it a 3.5.
Right now, 3.5.
I have to look up the scores. I had them written down.
Prince Humperdinck was hard.
Son, how many phone booths?
I was wondering what you're going to judge it by, like air guitars, phone booths.
Yeah, I was thinking phone booth too.
Definitely a 5. I really enjoyed it.
This is why I like her.
2.5?
I like her.
Wow, Krystle and Sun just throwing 5s around.
I want to be Bill and Ted with you, darn.
Dude, yes. Yes.
Okay, my dream was actually always to do like a gender bend. Okay, I know that I'm not actually saying this because you guys are here, but
I've been Jay, and I know what you're gonna say.
Thank you. Okay.
Yep. I've been Jay. Yep.
Oh, Jay and Silent Bob female.
My really skinny heterosexual.
Oh, Jay and Silent Bob female. I've seen like what 20 versions of that.
1,000.
I know there's a porn.
I'm so sad. I had the yellow raincoat and I left it in the back of my truck bed and it got disgusting.
You couldn't do the tuck back though. You couldn't do the tuck.
We already have that. We're good.
Putting Krystle in the corner.
Where's Colin?
Marilyn, what is your score? Krystle, please put the tea down.
Like I really enjoy it and all that kind of stuff. But it's like I like saving my 5s for movies that are like, oh my god, I just love it, kind of a thing. So I think I'm at a 4.5.
That's a pretty good score.
That is a good score.
4.5.
It's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'll let Scott kick in as our little guest.
A guest can rate?
Yeah, why not?
Scott, come on.
People want to know. The people want to know what you think.
People want to know. Okay. I was, when it came out, the age I was when it came out, I didn't really have any interest in it at all. And I thought it was pandering and whatever, stupid. And then I was now, especially the last 2 years we've been through, it felt like it had so much heart. And those two were so sweet. It was impossible not to like them. I really found it likable and so enjoyable. I mean, I can't go 5, but I'll go 3.5 for sure.
That's a low score for this group.
Brian?
Yeah, so I like I said, I haven't seen this since probably the early 90s. It started so many other kind of dopey buddy kind of comedies. These guys came in there with their time machine idea, and the fact that it came out of an idea from an improv class was cute. I like the historical figures they chose. I think performance-wise, Keanu did a great job, and so did Winter did a great job as well. Not enough George Carlin, if I didn't say that earlier, but we found out why, because he was literally stuffed in at the last second. When you have a movie that so touches the pop culture zeitgeist of having everybody quote like 2/3 of the movie, there you go. 2/3 of the movie, any chance you get to an annoying level back in that day, you got to say that it meant a lot out there. Seeing it today, though, which that's what we're rating it on. We're not rating it Brian in '89 rating it, but Brian today rating it. I'm giving this. I'm similar to Scott. That they are adorable. They pulled off those roles successfully enough to the point where the studios wanted to fund them to do more. And I'm giving it 3.5 as well.
3.5. That's a pretty good. I was not expecting that, Brian.
You expected what, 5?
No, I was expecting like a 2.5.
To be honest with you, I was in the 2s until the discussion was going on, and I was like, maybe I'm giving this thing too much of a harsh kind of feel for what it was. Like, if you're going to Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, you're not seeing Dunkirk. You're not seeing a movie that millions of researchers put into.
Right.
Yes, it's based on historical figures, but it's not actually doing the figures any type of justice. They're just plot devices to make fun of their names and put them in weird modern scenarios.
I love it.
Socrates was represented very well.
What? The Greek nation should be proud.
That being said, I feel like this movie could have gone higher if they didn't have the trash can scene.
What was that?
The trash can scene.
The trash can scene bumps it down 0.5 point.
Materialization of a trash can.
But I saw it last year. I saw it again this year after watching it when I was a teenager or whenever it came out, and it holds up. I think it holds up, and I laughed. I really laughed out loud at some stupid ass lines. I had no business laughing at "Hello, Mr. the Kid." Like, what is that? Hello, like, it's hilarious though. I'm gonna go for 4.
Wow.
4 phone booths. 4 phone booths.
So Sun and I just got closer, and the rest of you guys just moved further away from me.
4 phone booths for me is a big score.
That is a big score for him. Come on.
That's true. That's true. Ralph normally does very low.
It's
Very, very low. Although, the gum scene where they like all chew the gum and
that was so gross.
I was just like, this was definitely pre-COVID. We would never do that now. Never ever. Never ever.
Not to mention that Keanu actually puts his directly on there and kind of
Right.
I was like,
I remember
ew,
seeing that thinking, oh,
ew.
Well, Billy the Kid also unloads his pistol in the auditorium.
In the mall too. Like
Yeah.
I remember seeing it, and when he unloaded in the mall, I'm like, this isn't gonna go good. And then when they repeated it again in the schools, I'm like, this did not age well.
No.
I know. I actually filmed that and posted it to Instagram last night, and then went back and deleted it because I was like, I'm gonna get shit for this. And I was just like,
Oh.
yeah, this is not.
See, we grew up at a time where you could bring a pistol to school and there was no issues.
No, especially in Texas. We
Okay.
literally had kids with them on the back of their trucks for hunting season.
So,
Like legit.
are you guys ready for what you came? What else you came for?
Yeah, let's see this cover,
Oh, wait.
yo.
Sun didn't give it rating.
She did.
She
It's
did.
a
Oh,
five.
she did?
It's a hard
Oh.
five.
You gave it a 5.
Okay. I didn't
think-
hear it.
She went 5.
Real quick,
Hard
I
five.
think
Okay.
in a time where our country is super divided like it has been, the message from this movie is more important than ever. So
Absolutely.
Absolutely. The message
Yeah.
is we're all
Message.
touched in the
I
wind.
do like the message. And the song, guys.
be excellent to each
Okay.
other.
that's the greatest
And
thing. Be
party
excellent.
on.
Okay. Are you
All right,
ready?
now we can see the cover.
Can we see the cover, Krystle? And 3, 2, 1. Boom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
Woo-hoo.
Woo.
I love it. Wait,
Excellent.
which
Easter egg
characters
for
include-
any
Oh.
Zenoscope lovers. Instead of Save the Humans, I don't know if you can
Save
tell,
the
but
Dragons.
it says
Save the
Save the
Dragons.
Dragons.
It's
So
characters.
Which Zenoscope characters are these?
Well, the right
So I know
side
the
is
one on the
obviously
left
good.
Oh, sorry. Okay. So the one on the left is Belle, and then
No. Which Zenoscope characters?
Bell.
yeah,
Belle.
So-
Okay, Belle.
Belle, I think on the left, and then
Not
on
Bill.
the right, I believe her name is Jasmine.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. Is that Jasmine?
Yeah. I think so.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
There you
And
go.
then,
Gorgeous.
yeah, definitely wanted to go with the phone booth. The initial idea was to have it pretty close to like the poster, so they were like standing or sitting on top of the phone booth. But I presented this idea that they like kind of like Circle K moment where they're kind of coming out for the first time, and it's like whoa, and yeah, kind of a okay. That's one thing I didn't understand, the whole like rewinding the watch thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
We didn't
Well,
know.
no, it's not rewinding the watch, it's winding the watch.
Winding.
Yeah, see, before battery operated watches, you had to wind a spring inside the watch to make it run, and then it would obviously uncoil.
Yeah.
So you had to rewind the watch to keep it going.
That sounds like
that's
a
why
terrible
he still
idea.
had so much time. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
But
there's another.
But
little-
honestly, it's like to me, it's like okay, you're reminding him. It's like why doesn't he do it there? You know, like
This cover is now on the store. FYI. Also, I was supposed to tell you guys the subscriptions. If you subscribe before December 1st, there's still time. You'll get the October cover as well. You'll get the October. You'll get Fright Night, and you'll get this cover before
Nice.
December 1st. So just
Has it
FYI.
been a year?
It's been a year. It's been over a year. This is our 13th one.
Wow, we didn't celebrate for a
Oh.
year. Good
We
job.
didn't
I-
celebrate our year.
Good
Didn't
job.
even- it never dawned on me.
So,
We-
I want to ask, what are everyone's favorite covers so far?
We should do that at the
She's
end.
in the room.
Do
Wow.
this after December.
You have you have to have a favorite. I have like 3.
They're
I like
fun.
them all. There's not one that I go,
Well,
do you guys
there's
wanna
one that
know
makes
what we're gonna watch next.
I like
month?
more than all of them. It's
what
still
are we?
the Edward Scissorhand one.
That is definitely the most detailed.
love that one.
That one and Underworld are like my two.
Oh yeah, Underworld's really good.
I like Big Trouble Little China and that one. I
You
think.
guys want to see some layouts and guess what next month's movie is?
Yeah.
Let's see it.
Are you ready? Okay, ready? Here we go. I'm gonna do a quick one.
Oh,
Ooh,
You guys see it?
No.
that, yeah.
just in time for the holidays.
I never saw this movie either. You guys got it now?
I mean, I can read it now.
Yeah. Okay. No one's saying anything. Have you never heard of the movie?
I've never seen it.
I've never seen it either.
Movie.
I never saw
year?
it.
What movie?
It's horror, right?
Yeah, and I'll admit I'd never seen it either, so it's going to be new for a lot of us.
What year did it come out?
Huh?
What movie?
Silent Night.
Silent
Deadly
Night.
Silent Night.
The horror film.
The Christmas
Silent
horror
Night.
film.
I think it's Silent Night, Deadly Night is the name.
Right.
Oh,
What
that's
year?
Silent Night, Deadly Night. It's
That's not in the 70s or 80s.
some year.
84.
84, yeah, we're doing all 80 stuff.
1984.
Yo, I've
Deal.
never heard of this.
I'm not sure I did either.
It's a cult classic, apparently.
Oh, I'm so
This
excited.
was a Joe Brusha pick, and he's not even here to watch it with us.
I'm so excited.
I've never seen Silent Night, Deadly Night, but I'm excited to watch it.
Yeah, apparently it's one of the wise men that come to the manger comes with an axe instead of a gift. It's terrible. I'm improving. It worked for Bill and Ted. Why not now?
That's the movie.
He was born in the manger, but now he's saving more than just himself.
The wise man goes to the manger with an axe.
No, okay, y'all. I
That's-
like
it's
it.
an
Now
interesting.
somebody's right now stealing this idea and typing up the stuff.
Did we do Gremlins?
Listen.
No.
Oh, Gremlins.
No.
We're not giving anything away. Son, hand down stuff.
Okay.
Don't ask me questions, Krystle.
I asked if we had done Gremlins as a
Don't
movie.
worry about it.
I don't
We
think
haven't done
We can have you removed like they removed Hitler from Bill and Ted.
Oh my gosh.
So watch Silent Night, Deadly Night, please.
Okay.
That
When's
I
our
can
next
do.
show? When's our next show?
Yeah.
Good question, Marilyn. You look it up on
Yeah,
our.
do we
our
get a
calendar.
Bill and Ted Z-rated cover?
I
hell
think. What's
Oh hell yeah.
When do we not?
is our next show?
Oh, they want you to
True.
do
I think it's the 17th, if I'm not mistaken,
Okay.
because the following Friday is Christmas Eve, and then there's New Year's Eve. I'm pretty sure,
3 days
Okay.
before my birthday.
but keep an eye out because we might. I have to. I wish I was prepared. Where's Chris? I need Chris.
Yep. Oh, fun fact.
You can do this
I forgot
part-time.
Seriously, I want him to do this part time. So some people said that Biodome was a third Bill and Ted. That was like a circulated rumor for a long time. And then the writers
No.
of Bill and Ted came out and were like, "No, this has nothing
No,
to do with Bill and Ted."
that was Pauly Shore's revenge as to why he never got Bill and Ted. Him saying, "Oh, we could do a totally better Bill and Ted." And
Yep.
that was Biodome.
Viva las Biodome, dude. I quoted Biodome a lot too. Those are my movies.
I mean, yes, that gets a 5 as well.
Biodome gets a 5. Yes.
5 dome.
Shay, Poochie Poochie. I love Biodome.
Weasel.
All right, listen. We've said it all.
We have.
Go get your cover. Go get your subscription. I'm stalling to find out what next month's movie club date is. It's the 17th.
All right.
It is the 17th. So
Alrighty.
you have a month. You have 28 days or so.
And did you show the Z-rated cover?
Yeah, let's check it out.
I can't.
You might mess up and not do the green.
I don't have the pasties over it.
Chris. God damn him.
No, that's not Chris's fault. That's,
No, Chris would have corrected.
no, Chris would do it.
Yeah,
He did
Chris
it when we had
would
our
have
guest,
all of this.
the night of the comic.
Like
guest.
if we had a drinking game for everything that Chris would have taken care of, we would have been like seven drinks in.
Yeah.
I need a new producer.
And he would have given this movie like 10.
Oh my god, Jeff,
One
you'll
for-
just have to
one-
buy it. You'll
5
just
for
have to
Bill,
buy
and
it,
5
Jeff.
for Ted.
Yeah. Yes.
Listen,
Yes.
And maybe even a 15 for Lucas.
real quick announcement, by the way. We are moving movie night next year, starting January to Thursday night. We're going to be doing Thursday night movie night, guys and girls.
I don't have a life, so that works for me.
And we might do some Wednesdays during the convention season in the summer. So just to let you know, it won't be on Fridays in 2022 because the world has opened back up. And
Texas
people
never
are-
shut down.
People are back to going to
To be
happy
honest with you, to be honest with you, I'm waiting for the day where we're all in the same room and can do this.
Yes.
That would be awesome.
Yep.
Well,
We'll
And
throw our
actually-
hands at each other.
Actually, do it at a place where you can have drinks and have a live audience would be
I don't want to
genius.
spoil anything, but I guess we can make this announcement now. We're doing a VIP event in April and also in September. One's going to be in Vegas. April's going to be Vegas for our VIPs.
Is that on the 20th? Because I'm booked on the 20th.
One's going to be in September.
Stepping all over his
You
announcement.
know, we can't do it now. Crystle's I don't know. Dates. We're trying to finalize. And then one's in September in Philly. So we will definitely be doing at least one live movie night from Philly or from Vegas or both, potentially. So get ready, kids, for a Vegas trip
We should do a
Unfiltered.
or a
Philly.
Philly trip or a Philly trip.
Movie Club Unfiltered.
So we'll do that live at the VIP event, and we're definitely going to be doing it in Philly. It's in September. So if you're not a VIP, sign up for a VIP membership, and you can go to the VIP event. Scott, you come back anytime you like.
Hey, you guys are really awesome. Thank you for having me.
Thanks
Really.
for joining us, man. We appreciate
Thank you, Scott.
it. We have fun. That's all I got.
One another.
That's all I got. We're signing off. We'll talk to you guys soon at our next live stream.
Come
Be
to
excellent.
see us if you're in the Saratoga, New York area this weekend, starting tomorrow.
Go
Come
do
see
that.
us.
Go do
Jeff
that.
Anderson, first time ever. Come on out.
Wait, is that you, Scott?
Yeah,
Yes,
Scott's on the
that's
far left.
I
Short
thought
hair.
you looked familiar.
Oh my God. Okay. And on that note,
Go, Carolyn.